Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. So another Tesla weekly video. We have a lot to go through. We have now completed numbers out of Europe, numbers out of the UK, out of Germany as well. We've had some more rumors for the next Gigafactory location, Mongolia, maybe Spain, remains to be seen. Some more news with regards to the Cybertruck. And then of course we have some numbers out of China. Now, if you missed yesterday's videos about talking about the Tesla and Ford partnership, what that could mean for Tesla, some numbers that Goldman Sachs have put out there, that video will be in the top right corner. It's pretty interesting. Now, as for this stock specifically, this is on the daily chart. As you can see, of course, we had a little gap up. So there is a little gap. Most gaps do get filled, not all of them. But if you look at the RSI on the daily, we are overbought. And with next week being in my opinion, pretty volatile week, CPI report, FOMC meeting, so expect some volatility throughout the week. Maybe we can fill up that gap and get back to a more normal level when it comes to RSI. If we look at the weekly chart, RSI is still okay. But if you look at the MACD, it's been a while, actually it's been since September, that we've gone over the zero line. So of course, the momentum here is with Tesla stock. Now I'll quickly touch on NIO's numbers. So NIO reported a weaker than expected Q1 quarter, with gross margin falling to just 1.5% due to a lot of promotional activities. NIO reported revenue that had a miss on the top and bottom line, by the way. So they reported revenue of $1.55 billion in Q1. That's below Wall Street analyst expectations of $1.7 billion, and that's just up 7.7% year over year. I believe the stock was down close to 1% on the day, so not that bad. But the quarter wasn't great. And with regards to the announcements between, of course, Ford, GM, and Tesla, so the White House actually welcomes Tesla to take advantage of federal dollars. It says here the White House on Friday said electric vehicle charging stations using Tesla standard plugs would be eligible for billions of dollars in federal subsidies as long as they included the US Charging Standard Connection, CCS, as well, and Tesla is offering both. Then there's not a week that goes by where there aren't new rumors, new possible location for the next Gigafactory. So Tesla CEO Elon Musk meets with the Mongolian Prime Minister for potential investment in copper-rich country, which is Mongolia. Now, Mongolia is a resource-rich country, including some rare earth metals as well as copper, which can be useful in the electric vehicle industry. Remains to be seen what happens there. And then back in Europe, Tesla may be close to signing a deal for $4.8 billion Gigafactory in Spain. So they had reportedly had discussions with the regional government of Valencia to build a Gigafactory in Spain. Sources close to the discussion revealed that the total investment for this project could exceed 4.5 billion euros. Again, I think a lot of countries are lining up and offering Tesla very good incentives to come and build factories in their country. And then last thing before we jump into the numbers, Tesla plans for 375,000 Cybertrucks per year will have release candidates by late August. I mean, when I saw this number, I was like, pretty good. I was more in the 200 and 250,000 Cybertrucks per year at first, but hey, I guess they put the bar pretty high. And having some release candidates by late August, that's pretty bullish. Again, remains to be seen when that happens, but certainly when those vehicles will start hitting the road, expect the market to react accordingly. Now, if you're enjoying this type of video so far, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have not, we're trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So numbers out of China, and of course these numbers, these graphs come from Piloli on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, go follow him, great account. So last week Tesla sold about 14,500 cars in China. It's the best week so far in Q2. And as always, currently everything points to a new record quarter. As for the Tesla made in China sales for retail, there were 11,454 Model 3s and 31,054 Model Ys. As for wholesale, 27,215 Model 3s, and 50,480 Model Ys. So currently we are a bit better than Q1, but behind Q4. Now moving to the UK, you finally have the numbers for May from there. So the United Kingdom reported 3,439 Tesla sales in May. That's the second best quarter so far. That's up 17% year to date. It's down 66% versus the total of last year. Why does he give this metric? Well, that's because of other countries that have already exceeded the total of 2022. And of course, UK doesn't really have as many incentives as the United States. Then with regards to Germany, they reported 5,265 Tesla sales in May. That's up 85% year to date, down 59% versus the total of 2022. And I would probably say that right now there are probably a lot of exports out of Berlin, because remember we looked at a lot of other countries out there and most of them have record quarters, record year to dates as well. So maybe they are prioritizing other countries currently. Could change in the future. Now, as for the German car sales by brand from January to May of this year, we can see that Tesla and Smart are the only 100% BEV brands in the top 25. Smart is all the way on the right. Tesla lost another spot right now. Previously, they were ahead of Fiat, and I think last time we saw this graph, they also lost another spot, but it's still the clear bestseller in the BEV segment, and Volkswagen is then second, and I believe it's then pretty close between Hyundai, Mercedes, and Audi. But if we look at the specific models, the Tesla Model Y is the fourth best-selling car model in Germany. 1 to 3 goes to Volkswagen, but none of these models has a BEV variant. Volkswagen's first BEV model is actually only in 15th place. And so if you look at the Model Y specifically, it is the best-selling BEV in May with 4,240 units in Germany. Now looking at the big picture here, the BEV adoption in Europe is happening in waves. As you can see, the top is always in Q4, then we are dipping, and then we are making a higher top, then dipping again, higher top always in Q4, and then dipping again. Right now we are in the dipping phase. Now, if you compare the BEV and Tesla market share in Europe, you can see that Tesla sales in Europe were affected by the Giga Shanghai shutdown in Q2 and Q3 of last year, but currently we're sitting at 2.9%. Now that every major country in Europe has reported their sales for May, we can see that Tesla is at over 120% year over year as of the end of May. And April and May last year were bad because of the Shanghai lockdown, but you can also see growth at the end of March. And then as for the last two countries here, Israel reported 422 Tesla sales in May. That's up 28% year to date. It's down 69% versus the total of 2022. And as for Thailand, they reported 1,072 Tesla sales in May. Second best month ever, best quarter so far. That's up 2,497% year to date. And that's up 817% versus the total of 2022. No surprises here. And so to conclude, another pretty good week for Tesla. Of course, expect more volatility with the FOMC meeting, with the CPI numbers coming out. We still have 3 weeks to go till the end of this quarter. But right now, it's probably only good news with regards to Tesla. So of course, take all of this into consideration. Everything is going fine right now, and so the stock reacts accordingly. But if somehow something might happen, macro related, maybe Tesla related, you don't know, suddenly the stock goes down, just remember what you did when the stock was going up. If you didn't do anything, maybe when the stock goes down, you shouldn't overreact either. With regard to the Cybertruck, new Gigafactory locations, let's wait and see how these things roll out. Now that will be it for this video. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.